hard work is paying off, and we're at the point where we can launch and begin to check out our electrical, navigation, and mechanical systems on the boat and bring them online and operational.
Crazy.
Yeah, I rebuilt that prop. It's always good to know you're going in forward.
She's out. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Yep.
Okay. How does that feel, hon?
Really good.
We are floating free. But I want to go to the dock.
Don't have to right away.
Okay, John, we just splashed the boat. Probably 3 minutes ago.
Absolutely. Now we're off. Take a little test drive before we hit the slip. Yeah, you can see the tide's starting to flow.
Yep.
Darcy's taking her turn at the helm, enjoying every second,
Every second.
stretching her legs. Although the boat is now in the water, we were delayed about a week from our scheduled launch. As I was doing the final checkout of our systems, we noticed one of our seacocks was not closing properly and needed to be replaced. This required grinding off the through hull and installing a new through hull, seacock, and associated fittings and hoses. Not a fun job, especially when it involves your sanitation system. So it's a big day in Kindred Spirit. Darcy has her mattress toppers that she just bought, so this gives us a little extra cushion. Anybody that's slept on a boat knows the cushions don't tend to be thick enough, so this should make life a lot more comfortable.
Right?
Next is going to be the, what goes on top?
The mattress pad.
Mattress pad on top of that, and then the
Custom
fitted
mattress pad.
custom
And then the custom sheet.
fitted sheets. So
Yes.
of course you need fitted sheets.
Of course. Because how else would you make that fit? This
Yeah,
looks
all of this was half the cost of our brand new mainsail, so priorities have shifted a bit. And now we have the mattress pad in place, or the mattress topper, I guess they call it. Next come the
That's the
fitted
mattress
sheets.
pad. The mattress topper was underneath.
Oh, whatever. And here's the forward cabin complete. Oh, we're all set for guests. Darcy has spent hours practicing her knots. However, practice sometimes does not help when you attempt to do it for real the first time. However, she has more than made up for it by mastering complex Turk's heads, fish netting, and other nautical decorative knots.
back at Narcells. It's time to pick up our new sail. New mainsail.
Oh, that's a nice blue. Yep, so we got the new main. We popped the money. It's well worth it because that old main was just making us nervous. So got the new one. The new one. Get her loaded up.
New LED running lights, as the old-style incandescent port running light was torn off last year when our bow dove into a wave during a squall in last year's delivery of the boat to Rhode Island. We'll also upgrade our steaming light and anchor lights to LEDs in the future, as they will not burn out and will provide better visibility when out at sea. While we wanted to wait until Beckway to have our new cockpit canvas made by our friend Alec, we came to the realization during last year's delivery that we could not wait that long, as the original canvas leaked like a sieve during our delivery to Rhode Island. We were able to get hooked up with Roger's sail loft in this area, and Steve has done a great job in fitting, sewing, and installing our new Bimini Dodger and connector. Also, still on the way is our stern screen and side rain curtains. We'll show these in a future video. One of the other upgrades we had done to the electrical system was a high output alternator. It puts out about 120 amps versus the old 40 or 60 amp alternator that we had in here. So this should charge our new batteries quite quickly. So it's not only the alternator, it's a wide serpentine belt, and then another little surprise cropped up where our timing belt gasket cover is leaking, so we'll have to get that replaced. While checking out our diesel engine, tracking down the oil leak, I also checked all of our hose connectors and tightened the hose clamps, only to have 3 of them break on me. We replaced these cheap clamps with high-end clamps designed for a marine environment. If these would have failed while underway, we would have had a real problem on our hands. So we noticed that our bilge pump has been operating periodically. Again, yeah, there's a small leak somewhere, and it seems to be coming from the stern of the boat. Yeah, so this is one of our aft bilges. You can still see the reflection of the water. There's not much, but I had that completely dry yesterday, overnight. Yeah, it seeped back in. So, you know, a big question is, hey, is this freshwater or saltwater? That certainly determines if it's coming from outside of the boat or from our freshwater tanks. So, well, you can always
taste the bilge water. I'm not too excited about sticking my finger in the bilge and having that in my mouth. So what we did was we brought some water out of the bilge in a cup, threw it in a saucepan, and set her on the stove and boiled all the water off. Yeah, sure enough, that's all salt residue. So yeah, we have a saltwater leak somewhere. We'll have to track that down.
With our new anchor chain and our anchor locker, I cut out the bad links in our old chain, which provided 125 feet of good chain. I have this section of chain stored in our bilge along with 150 feet of 5/8 inch nylon rope that we'll use during any intense storm we hit. The combination of heavy chain coupled with stretchy nylon line is the preferred method of anchoring should we run into a tropical storm, or worse, a hurricane. As part of the original boat purchase, an 11-foot side console dinghy with a 20 horsepower outboard was included. While this is a great dinghy, we came to the conclusion it just would not fit our needs. The console just takes up too much space and would be too cramped with guests visiting, not to mention it was very heavy at just over 400 pounds. The electric start and power trim were also invitations for failure in a remote location. We were able to sell this dinghy for the same price as a new aluminum-hulled inflatable dinghy and 15 horsepower outboard motor.
All right.
In the water we go.
It hits the new dinghy. I love it.
Just launched in the water. Or it's still in package. Extra parts. Smiling Captain.
For a little joyride.
Now we can go on the mooring.
Now we can go in the morning.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the boat is now at Pirate Cove Marina in Island Park, Rhode Island. We scored the first slip in the marina, which provided easy access to the boat as we moved aboard shortly after our launch. So far, we found enough storage for everything that we brought. However, we're not done in spaces at a premium.
So we're enjoying some steamed little necks. Our next door neighbor at the apartment, as a going away present, gave us, I don't know, 2 pounds of it. So we're just steamed them up and enjoying a little appetizer before dinner.
While the work on the boat is never ending, we try to get away on nice days to travel to points of interest. Today we took a short trip to Point Judith, Rhode Island to take in the local sights.
coffee all over my shirt. Oh, there's Daddy.
I want both too.
As we returned to the boat, we swung through Jamestown Island, just across Narragansett Bay from Newport, enjoying the Newport Bridge and an ice cream at the local shop. We feel like we're stuck in our slip with Velcro. Hopefully, the next video can show us getting out on the open sea.